What's up, everybody?
Hey, what is going on? Red light, red
We're at
light.
the red light district.
The door is. Oh,
The door has been opened.
he just vanished.
What if he just went into our room? You know,
What if he just like walked through the door and
No,
was like,
that would freak out. Like, here he goes. Like, ah! That would freak me out, dude. Oh, what was one of the scariest moments of your life that you? I told you the time when I heard the devil, right? When I was in Cali.
what?
I told you that story, right? And if I
don't-
haven't, I'll tell later. But
I don't think so. I don't remember it.
Artie's superstitious for a reason, guys. He's seen and heard some stuff.
Wow. I would say. I mean, not really like jump scare, but when my mom got cancer,
Okay.
and that was.
I mean,
kinda
those are like real moments, but like, like those are like when moments get real. But like, you haven't had anything jump scare, or like anything like really ambiguous, just like come out of nowhere. And like, for example, you see a cat, and then like 2 seconds later, you see the same cat. 3 seconds later, you see the same cat. Like, it's like I don't know how to explain it. Like, just weird phenomenon stuff, you know.
I basically, there was, from 3rd grade to my time going to college, it just like was non-existent of like anything. I just basically existed, but nothing interesting happened.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess you
So
did-
so like I didn't really live.
you didn't really live. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's why it's like everything is so new and interesting.
Yeah.
When people talk to me, it's like there's
Like, wow, Scoobs!
hi blonde girl, if you're watching, love me.
This doesn't work that way! But yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, so, basically when Artie was in Cali, there's a time when he was sleeping over at his grandma's house, and basically, it was 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, something like that. Artie gets up to pee, because sometimes he just has to pee at night. It's just a personal problem, don't worry about it.
No, I went in bed all the time.
Okay, well, besides that, basically, Artie is basically, you know, I don't know. He's sleeping in the living room with his cousins, and what's it called? I think one of my cousin Chris.
Papua New
Christy?
Guinea?
No, these are my real
Oh.
cousins, like my actual cousins from my mom's
Papua New
side.
Guinea is not your real
He
cousin?
is my real cousin, but like he's from my stepdad's side. But but this is cousins from my mom's side. But basically it was the heck, what the heck? It ends up being that like they're sleeping on the couches and I'm sleeping on the bed
Yeah?
in the living room. So it ends up happening that what's it called? I get up to go use the bathroom and I come back and I try falling asleep, but the lights are on outside. And we're on the first floor in the living room, and you get to see, there's a curtain from our window, and the lights are on. So just imagine that the lights are on outside. It's dark,
Yeah?
and there's people talking. Just
Of course.
like there's a party going on outside. Like there's a party, and I'm like,
People are
God.
just like, oh,
But
yeah.
that's the thing is that we would have parties every single day. In Cali, that's all we did. When my mom was there with us, we would just party all night, and basically, I tried going to bed, but I'm like, these people are so loud. I just don't get it. The lights start flickering off outside, and then, they turn off, and I'm just like, okay, well, I guess whatever. Like, and I don't know if that was just me zoning out because I'm like starting to fall asleep.
Yeah?
But I'm just like, I want to go to bed. And then I hear a voice just outside, like, starts doing that. And then, I mean, like, not like that, but like, it was more of like,
I
I
start
don't know.
hearing
I start hearing a voice.
parcel tongue.
No, I start hearing a voice, and then like there's a shadow that overlooks the curtain, and it's a dark shadow, and I'm just like freaking out, right? I'm just like putting the blankets over my head, and then I'm basically looking at my cousins. I'm like, should I wake them up? Like, I don't know what's going on. So then I hear the voice scream out their name, like in like a very creepy, very demonic voice, and it just says their names, just randomly, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm just there as a kid, as like a little kid. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, and basically, I'm there just contemplating if that even happened or not, and then I fall asleep. Yeah, I knock out, and then the next day I tell my grandma. She's just like, "Yeah, you should know better to wake up and go pee at 3 in the morning." And I'm like, "What? What?" And I asked her like, "Was there a party going on outside?" Something I didn't know until later is that her brother actually lives next door. So it was a duplex, and her brother lives next door. So grandpa I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, but somebody that she knows
Somebody-
related
no.
to.
My I don't know, uncle, grandpa, whatever my grandma's brother is, whatever he is to me, that's what he is. So I don't know if he's my distant grandpa or something. I don't even know what that is.
Great uncle.
Something like that. Yeah. So essentially, he's always lived next door, but it was just so weird that like the voice was just like Diego, Chris. He says that like in that really demonic voice, and I'm just freaking out. I don't know what you would do if that happened to you, but like that made me start seeing things a little bit differently of how things go bump in the night in Cali.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you weren't like part of the Bloods and Crips or anything? You didn't join a gang? You didn't...
I mean, like, that's neither here or there. That has to do with the story. And I can't really disclose that information.
I mean, it's just like... Then you got the tattoo that's right on the left side of your arm, and you're just like... I can't talk about this.
Like Zoe Scoop. But no, it was like one of the scariest moments of my life that I've ever experienced. Supernatural stuff.
But it didn't scare you silly enough to start being a nice person? You were still a bad child?
I mean, I'm always a bad child, but like that was like just a really dark. No, that was like a really dark moment where I'm just like I started seeing things differently, and you know I don't mean to be superstitious, but like things just happen, guys. Where it's like I can't explain that, you know, like I can't explain when that happens. I mean, like I just don't understand, you know.
I can't explain what you can't explain. So I think that's a little paradox that we can't solve.
Oh my word! I can't.
Schrodinger's cat.
So you haven't had like an instance like that where there's another one where I was in my the first house that my mom and my stepdad bought after we moved out from the trailer parks, where we had a basement with a boiler room, and I would hate going down there because it's spider ridden, right? Just spiders everywhere.
Yes.
And it was the worst thing, right? So one time, I went down there just to like, I had to go get something. I don't even know what, but I go down there to do something, and then as I'm leaving, the lights turn off. As I'm heading up the stairs, the lights turn off, and I'm like, okay. That was a fun little joke. So I book it to the stairs. I open the door and I close it, and then I just hear on the other side up, and I'm just like, okay, well that was fun. But the way that we handle things like that, you know, everyone has a way to handle things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
What that's like?
Yeah, and it's funny because like that's the stuff that toughens you up to like start becoming, you know. Start seeing things differently, and you haven't experienced any of that stuff, and I don't know, I kind of want to, but like, yeah.
I mean, like I played horror games for a little bit.
But you haven't had anything superstitious like that happen?
No.
Oh, you're lucky. You're one of the lucky ones.
I love the video though where it's like the monster hunters or whatever, or I don't even remember what their names are, but they're basically on a bridge and they're just like cursing this goat god, and they're just like. I'm gonna have to, any of you memers out there would know what I'm talking about, but it's like these ghost people that are like they're looking for ghosts or whatever, and they're just dissing this like god that's supposed to be like on the bridge or like some goat.
In the game?
No, and it's not a game, it's like literally these like monster, like TV reality type monster thing.
Okay.
And they're just like, come on, goat, whatever. I'm gonna suck water. I don't even know what they were saying, but
Yeah.
it was just stuff like that where it was just stupid as hell and they didn't care.
So what happens in it?
I mean, nothing. I don't think anything really happens. At least not from that clip. But I haven't had anything superstitious enough for me to be like, whoa, life is real.
Yeah.
Better stay awake for it. Coffee! Copyrighted.
Copyrighted coffee.
Oh, I think, that's Caribou's logo.
Yeah.
Nice job, Evan. You just found yourself a loser.
Yeah.
Oh,
Copyright.
what do you... Oh, this is so what?
We have to turn off this machine.
Oh, just by smacking it?
Yep. I mean, how else would you do it? There's like a giant button that says turn off or whatever.
And you just, like, hit it with your sword.
Yep.
Of course.
The
It
coast
all makes sense.
is clear.
Oh.
Nice, dude. Look at that. We're making progress.
Making bacon and
Making some progress in the Monsters Inc. world.
Honestly, that span of my life
Oh,
for 8 to 10 years where I was homeschooled, just kind of, like, I don't even remember what happened that way. I mean, like, there's some...
you just
some-
relived every moment, every day for the same thing every day.
Basically, yeah. I mean, most of it was just, I would do school for a couple hours, and then I would go to the rentals that my dad had some properties I would go fix up, and I would just basically work on maintenance
Okay.
with him. And then other times there would be like a couple months where we'd go to Wyoming and work on some contracts, like whatever, work on fixing some oil wells out there. But other than that, it was... I guess I did have Taekwondo during that span.
Yeah.
But it was just school, rental, maintenance, Taekwondo, and sometimes Wyoming. Those were like the 4 things that happened in my life. That like took up
Wow.
over... I'm what, like almost 18 now? And
Yeah.
so over like 40% of my life was that. Yeah.
That's insane.
So,
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, you had fun though, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. We can say that, yeah. How about you? Like, were there other special moments that like weren't so draining?
I mean, I've had them all the time, but like, I almost don't want to tell you because I feel bad. Like,
But I want people to have happiness. Like, if I didn't have happiness, at least did somebody else have happiness?
I mean, not really happiness, but like, I've had stories.
Tell me
Um,
story.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, what do you want to? What's one of?
I want to
okay.
know
Which one?
everything about. Okay, let's pretend we're on a date. Okay, so I'll be Julie, and you can be Johnny Boy.
Yeah.
So hey.
Julie, you want to smash?
I just got here. No, I don't know you though. I think if you just like, I don't know, you seem like a cool guy.
Julie doesn't want to.
Okay, we know what to do.
So
Date's over. I'm leaving.
what?
Pay the bar.
I didn't order anything.
Come to my funeral. See you on Friday. Something stupid like that. Okay. But like, okay, let's go with favorite spots as a kid to visit.
Ooh. Oh, so I live.
Take it away.
There's a nature center near me.
Yeah.
And so we would always, at least my favorite spot would be walk over there when I had free time. I mean, I wouldn't always do it, but okay, what's happening?
Just
First
gonna
of all,
go give him a little.
please love me.
Yeah. It's gonna give him a little spanking.
Oh,
Whip him into shape.
They're having an intervention.
Mm-hmm. Look at Boozy, just like, this is taking forever. There he is. We gotta make Boo laugh. Yes.
Nice. Because
Nice.
it's funny. Because
Yeah, so the way that these things work is that they have to override the circuits by making Boo laugh. And then now it works. But anyway, keep going with your
what was I talking about?
favorite places to go as a kid.
Oh, so I would
Nature
just
center?
go over there and watch, like, go for walks around the place and watch the sunset and stuff like that. That was always enjoyable for me. But
No places like a lake.
oh,
Or a store?
There's a few lakes around at the nature center thing. So like there's paths that you can walk around and see like the trees and grass and stuff like
So
that.
your whole
So that
happy place revolves around this one nature center.
hmm I mean also like riding my bike or like going near it. So it's going in the neighborhood as long as I could get out of the house, because I spent the majority of my time just like at home inside, because I didn't go to a school. I was homeschooled, so like I just stayed inside. I didn't
Yeah.
do anything other than going to like with my dad. So if I could like
Cut that out.
be not be around my family for like 5 or 10 minutes, even like half an hour to an hour, was
Yeah.
nice.
Nice, dude.
So that was my like freedom.
My freedom, like I said, I skateboarded from middle school to high school to towards like I guess almost the majority of high school. My parents barely even saw me. I was just outside skateboarding all the time. There was in the first house that my stepdad and my mom bought. There was a library that's literally like you can throw a rock to. It's like it's right next door to my house.
Stone's throw.
So I would just go and skateboard in this property every single day and just skateboard all day, learning new tricks and doing all that stuff. And then eventually got a pack of friends that, well, they're not, I guess they wouldn't really be friends, but like people that would skateboard around the neighborhood would eventually skateboard with me. Yeah, well, these kids were bad. They were not good kids. They were worse than me. Like if you think Artie was bad, like these kids were worse. But in any case,
That's kind of
well, actually, I'll tell the story about like what happened with them, the whole little revelation that happened with them. But basically, I would skateboard every single day until I got friends in like towards the end of middle school, and then we would skateboard around White Bear, White Bear Ave and all that stuff. So you guys don't know where that is, but like basically Minnesota. We would skateboard all around Minnesota. Sometimes we would even go on trips far, skateboarding I don't know, really far. We would take a whole day to just skateboard out somewhere. And that was like the best time ever. Just skateboarding out with your friends. It was like the best thing ever. So one time, going back to these kids, these kids I've only associated with them like just a couple times, but they weren't really my friends. Just people that I used to skateboard with, but they weren't the ones I would mainly skateboard with, if that would make sense. They're not the kids I would hang out with.
So not the ones you actually like wanted to dick down and whatever.
Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
Okay.
So it ended up being that these kids, I don't know, they had a cult of skateboarding kids or whatever, and they lived around my neighborhood. So basically, it was so weird where they were just like, "Hey, we like your moves, and you want to skateboard with us?" And I'm just like, "Sure, yeah, why not?" And we would constantly, they would ask me to skateboard with them, and we would just skateboard around our little neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it ended up being that they
just wanted.
They
to
were
use
like.
you.
Well, not really. No, they were just really weird. Where their parents were like abusive to them, and there was like the really hot chick at the time where like everyone was like, I don't know. It was weird because like how you're like the new kid in town,
Yeah.
and then like you meet these other kids and they're not what they seem.
Yeah.
They're not trying to use me, but they were just like, I don't know. They were. So it was just weird, dude. They wanted to hook me up with this really hot chick, and they were always like, "Dude, this chick really likes you, man. You should ask her out." And I'm just like, "Okay." So then I think I asked her like, "Hey, do you want to go out sometime?" She's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Sweet, I have a girlfriend." We never went out. We never did nothing. Right? We did. That was like the most we've ever talked. So every time I would go and hang out with them, this chick she would always be there, and we would just hang out and skateboard all the time. It got really weird. Because I used to hang out with this one kid all the time where we would just skateboard around his neighborhood. And I would go to inside his house, and I'm not really that good friends with him.
Yeah.
He was just the person that we would just skateboard with or whatever. But it ended up being that like, Mickey, I thought he was the one that, he was in.
Go back down. Mickey!
Yeah. He was the one that introduced me to these friends here. Where would you say?
Go to the stairs. Right there. Right there.
Nice.
Right there. All you have to do will open your eyes.
Open your mind, schools. Oh yeah, but the kid that introduced me to all these friends or whatever, it was weird. Because it seemed like he genuinely wanted to be my friend, but like, this only lasted for like a week.
But he only saw you as a friend.
No, it was weird. Like he wanted to kill me. Like after, like it was weird because like we would skateboard. I would go to his house, and I don't know anything about this kid. We were just there skateboarding, and then literally the next couple days, it got to the point where like all the other kids ostracized me. I guess like they all shunned me from everything, and I'm just like, what the heck did I do? I don't know. Like the 2 days before that, we went to one of these kids' house that was a huge pot smoker, and we were just in the living room, and they didn't smoke, but like the dad or whoever just like got done smoking, and it was just marijuana smell everywhere. Like it was heavy stuff, and we just sat there, and I'm just like, what is this shit? Like, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like, why are we here? I wanted to skateboard. You know, why am I even talking with you guys? But then the next days after, this kid that I thought was my friend, he grabs a rock and he throws it at me, and I'm just like, what the heck is going? Like, what are you doing? He's like, dude, I'm gonna kill you, whatever. And I'm just like, this went from like 0 to 100 really fast.
Yeah.
And then he genuinely wanted to murder me, and I'm just like, I don't even know what just happened. Obviously, these kids were not right in the head. And I think I used to have my bike that my parents bought me for my birthday. I left it outside, and I think they stole it. It was a really nice bike. So, really, really nice bike. And to this day, I wish I had it because it was awesome. It was everything I wanted. I wanted a bike to transport, go places faster, and all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure these kids stole my bike and everything.
Damn.
And yeah, no, I've had history with stuff. I've experienced loss and pain.
I feel that nostalgia when you look at me. Finally, a face I know what I could see. What? One more time, I'll take your face off. One more time, maybe.
I feel like
Put your feelings all
You're not
aside.
even
Wanna
here.
Make it right. All these
you're just a
locations.
shell of a ginger.
That's me. It's me, Evan, the one that nobody cares about.
I mean, like, I mean, I just told you a story. So
That was I really enjoyed this story actually. I mean, it was depressing.
I mean, yeah.
It made me like.
I mean, it wasn't the
Wanna-
worst thing that's happened. I've had worse things happen.
Oh, that's interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Oh God!
I hate this.
Tell me about it. You haven't had anything like that happen to you? That's you're not as
When I was
you're not a
like
crispy chicken, dude.
I was kind of bad. Like my childhood friend, he had a brother, and he had a couple toys that I wanted, and I took them. So I was a little bad. I stole, and I really feel bad about stealing. But
Oh yeah, there's times where I stole some stuff and I wasn't like.
oh, I hated it.
Yeah.
There was I mean, there was one thing I borrowed, but I gave it back though. Like a couple years later, from when I borrowed it. So like that was a relief. From that, but yeah, no, nothing really that crazy.
No friends ever like.
Although, okay, there was this bad example or bad influence. There was one time where there's this kid who lived across the streets from me, and his I would hang out with him. Although like everybody else thought he was a bad kid, and I didn't really see that. But like that bad influence kind of character.
Mm-hmm.
And we would just be hanging out. And then one time, there was another neighbor kid that I didn't know, but he knew. So we basically walked across the street, or like went over to the other kid's house. So me and this kid went over there to hang out, but his friend was all like, he went to go have dinner. So we were just hanging out in the backyard, just chilling out, like kind of waiting.
Oh, you told me about this one, yeah. But
And he got really bored. And
Yeah.
did we tell this on the show?
it might have been from
can't
Legend
remember.
of Zelda, but just keep going.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
But
a long
anyways,
time
we were
ago.
hanging in the back, in the backyard, and we were just waiting. And he got extremely bored and like wanted to do something.
Yeah.
And the kid had his friend had a play set, and so we got up on there and saw that the neighbor next to his friend's had a pool across the fence.
Nah.
So then he went down and started grabbing rocks, and I can't remember if it's such a long time ago. It was like, I don't remember how old I was, but we basically he either told me to do it or like I just kind of did it with him, I guess. But he was the reason I did it.
Okay.
But we picked up rocks from the yard, and we got up on the play set, and then we just threw rocks into the pool of the neighbor.
So
And then the neighbor guy saw us,
yeah, I remember.
and then he got super pissed, and came over to me and my sort of friend. I was ready to book it. I was ready to run. And like, because there was a couple hiding spots and like some bushes next to his house and other like perfect spots that we could have done. But then apparently, like, I don't know why, but he got extremely guilty about it. So then he just kind of just chilled and kind of hung his head down. But the guy came over to the house, and he just like basically grabbed us by the necks, by the cuffs of our shirt, and just strung us up real high, kind of. And then basically, I can't remember what happened or how he did it, but he was like, "Where do you guys live?" or whatever, and I think he dropped my friend off first, and then took me to my house, and I remember walking with him, and feeling the guilt and awkwardness of like, oh my goodness, how are my parents gonna react? And oh my, that was
Dang.
And so I got a good talking to, some great spankings, and I haven't done it since.
Yeah, nice.
So-
I assume you haven't.
Oh, Sully's just knocked out.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that was like my bad. I wouldn't have done it if it weren't for X person, you know.
Right. The excommunicator.
Of course. So I feel like that's people in your lives have a bigger influence than you realize.
Yeah.
But I think that's really interesting. How it also teaches a lesson of like what, even though I didn't want to do it, or like seeing the consequences and being able to deal with them in my childhood, I think is better than having to deal with stuff later.
Yeah, I mean, I always think some kids need to go through something in their life to toughen them up, or to like make them wake up that, you know, stepping in. Because I was a bad kid before, like, you know, terrible things had to happen to me so that I can actually open my eyes and become a normal human being. You know, I mean, what I consider normal, whatever. A person that just can live and understand the world. So things had to happen to me so that I can have, or if, you know, if those things didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be the same person I am now. You know,
Yeah.
So I think every kid needs that, or else it's like you don't really grow up, you know, until later, which is kind of like unfortunate. Yeah, that's kind of my little 2 points of life.
Too sensitive.
Yeah.
You need we should start a podcast. We should start talking about all the things that we did and all our advice and all the funny jokes, and we can make comments and make silly voices and play games, and that'd be really fun to do.
Like Zoe Scoop. Yeah.
Are we recording?
Yeah, I'm recording. Oh yeah, so the timer did go off, but
Wait, what?
yeah, I just need to get to this point. So once I beat this, we'll get to the next level. Just I just gotta tap a couple buttons.
The next episode.
Yeah.
John Cena.
The biggest.
Now you
biggest
see
thing
me?
ever.
No, you don't. Can't see me.
I used to do that all the time to all my ladies. Just like I would like throw their cup of water on the floor, and they would just be like, "What did you? Why?" And I'll be like, "You can't see me." And that's probably why I don't have a girlfriend.
That's probably why.
Because I was just so rude to them.
That would make sense.
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't date.
I mean, I never did that. Actually. Oh, I know, right?
Oh my god! Wait, when is he gonna? Oh. Well, I mean, this is effective, so I'm gonna.
I'm just gonna keep doing it. See what happens. Oh, it worked.
Wow!
Well, we did it.
Ultimate Showdown!
This is the finisher.
He just grabs Mike, swirls him
Just-
around like an
That's
egg.
the best thing to do. And there we go. We got the Combo Master.
All right, we will.
Well, yes, guys, this was fun. Hope you're having a good time with us. We're about to, I don't know, 2 more episodes. Hopefully, we can beat this world and go off to.
Go smile
next
somewhere.
We need a bigger burst of laughter.
I think there's 2 more worlds to go left.
Dude, don't ask me, because
I forgot.
love Kingdom Hearts. Haha, so my favorite game.
I don't remember. Oh, this reminds me of like a time where I try to make someone laugh and I just can't.
40 love.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that maybe in the next episode. But whenever you had siblings, when you have family over and like your cousin starts crying, and you have to make them cheer up quick before your parents find out.
Actually, I would, yeah, that's funny enough. I would just, I actually hit them, and that would actually be the best way to do it. because you get their mind off like why they were crying in the first place. I mean,
Yeah.
in our family, hitting is the most effective way to solve anything.
Wow. That's nice.
I mean, toughens you up, man. How do you think I got these abs? Yeah.
I am once I'm warmed up.
Yeah.
Sora, do the funny face.
Oh yeah, we're about to clear off of this.
What? If you insist.
Sora's funnier than like everyone, dude. Check this out. It's the best. Drum roll, please. Yes. Oh, look at a little laugh.
Everybody join in.
Nice.
Wow, that was so.
She overloaded the machine. Oh, we're almost there.
Aiming for your job.
Dang.
No.
We'll put a little gif of us like, serve, son. G. 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 Oh.
Did you ever get having a straw?
Maybe you will. Or then again.
Oh, when we go see Avengers Endgame.
Papua New Guinea.
I hope Papua New Guinea's there so we can ask me the same.
Okay, Papua
stupid
New Guinea. If
question.
you're hearing this, you better beat your ass up here. Otherwise, we're gonna go see Avengers.
Or we can go to Florida and go see Avengers with him.
Oh, that is true.
Hey,
Road trip.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Like road trips, dude.
Road.
Like you're racing a joke.
Meet the next episode.
Yeah, we're almost there. We're literally just gotta wait for this cutscene.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
Don't think
I'm not ready for that.
I thought you could go.
we gotta focus.
Oh my god.
Like,
It's getting late, guys. Evan's had his past his bedtime.
Head outside and go through the.
I mean, it's 5:15.
tomorrow is Monday. And wait, is tomorrow Monday?
Follow
Yeah.
me.
Tomorrow's Monday, and I don't have school. I want to go to school.
No.
No, I'm an enemy character.
Wow. That's what he wanted to do. Infuse it with
It
darkness.
oozes with moist. Ooh.
See,
Gloober Glompers. My name is.
I hate this boss so much. We'll get to it here in a bit, but. Alright. Awesome, guys. We're going to save here. And, yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
That
Thank you for
sounds-
watching. And, oh, hold on one second. One second.
I'm gonna leave. So just have a great day, okay?
One second.
Hey guys.